Knockout Home Fitness is a motion-controlled rhythm game that has intentions of getting you fit and helping you lead a healthier lifestyle, and a common question with all games like this is, can you lose weight with it? It's a big yes. This game does have the ability to help you lead a healthier lifestyle and lose weight, and it does have some very specific things in it that actually are really targeted towards weight loss, which is really good to see. If you don't know already, I'm a qualified personal trainer, so I'm going to take you through these concepts in Knockout Home Fitness, and I'm going to give you some general weight loss advice as well, so that's going to be fantastic. Feel free to skip to the particular sections that you are interested in. And before I start, a quick thank you to Marvellous Games for giving me a copy of the game ahead of time. Thank you so much, really appreciate it, guys. So let's start this right. Whilst Knockout Home Fitness has some really cool things to assist you in your journey, the main part of weight loss that you'll need to conquer is your diet. And by diet, I mean the food and drink that you put into your body. In its most basic form, if the amount of calories you put into your body in a day is less than the amount of calories you burn in a day, you will lose weight over time. It's biology, baby. Naturally, it is, in realistic terms, more complicated than that. Not all calories are equal. A calorie of fat is different to a calorie of protein. Different metabolic rates and different metabolic issues across different bodies, different sexes, stuff like that. But as a rule of thumb, if you're eating less calories than you are burning in the day, you are in a caloric deficit, and that is going to be what gets you that weight loss. Calculating how many calories you actually burn in a day can be really difficult. So let's expedite the process, and we're going to use a calculator. So I've got a recommended one in the description below. What that one does is it takes your stats and then it gives you a rough multiplier based on your daily activity, how many workout sessions you do a week, and gives you a rough guide to how many calories you should be eating a day, and it's in kilocalories, okay? As I said, it's a rough guide, so don't take it as absolute gospel. People have different philosophies on how that works. Personally, I like to make sure that I add in the calories that I burn during a session into my day, because that helps aid recovery, muscle growth, and is just going to be good for me to make sure I've got the energy to keep going each day. So what I do is once I've got my total daily energy expenditure, my TDEE, I then reduce it by 10 to 20% depending on how aggressive I need the weight loss to be, and then that gives me the rough guide to how many calories I should be eating a day. Example time, let's say I'm burning 2,000 calories a day, and then I am working out and I am burning 300 calories. So I'm going to add that up, 2,300 calories. Then I want to reduce that by 10 to 20%. So in the example, let's go for 20%. That is 2,300, so 460 calories that I am losing each day. So that is 1,840 is the rough number that I should be eating a day. So that gives me enough that I am, bringing back in those calories from my exercise, but I am still in a caloric deficit to what I should be burning. Therefore, I'm going to lose weight. As I said, that is just an example. Find an amount that is good for you and your activity, and you will do just fine. Just make sure you're taking in enough calories to stay energized, and don't put your body into a starvation-like mode. That will slow your metabolic rate down and bring your weight loss to a halt. As far as the nutrition itself goes, that is a whole other matter. Making informed choices is very important here. I like to rely on lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and natural carbohydrates, healthy mono and unsaturated fats like nuts and seeds. These are great building blocks for a healthy diet. As of right now, I only give limited information on nutrition because I'm not a qualified nutritionist. I only have the basics that was put in with my Master Trainer course, and so therefore I only recommend stuff that's within my scope of practice. But what I would recommend to do is to look for a verified government regulated healthy eating guide, something like the Eat for Health guide that Australia has. I'll link that in the description. It's a perfect sort of example of some good things that you can take to eat. Obviously don't do all of it. Certain people have different tastes. Some of the recommendations aren't amazing, but it is definitely a really good place to start to kind of pick out what is good for you and what is good for the diet that you want. Look, that is very much going over these subjects in brief. They are very important, but they are a cornerstone of you losing weight. And if you want more information, I have gone more into depth in a weight loss with Ring Fit video. There's a link up in the description and you can check that out, and there's it'll be up in the corner as well. You can check that out for more information, or shoot me a message in the comments and I'll see what I can do to help. So now we've got the dietary side of things down, let's look at exercise with Knockout Home Fitness. Now there are two main things that Knockout Home Fitness does that really works for weight loss, so let's have a little peek at them. The first is in personal training mode, and that is with the training options. Your goal can be strengthening, weight loss, or keep active, and as far as I've been able to tell, it goes in order of difficulty, strengthening being the hardest, keep active being the lowest. What the weight loss option does is give both a good amount of actions with enough recovery periods, so it's a good middle ground. With exercise for weight loss, longer medium intensity sessions with low to medium impact can be very effective for weight loss, and that is what the personal training mode provides. As you aren't making contact with anything mid-punch, it reduces the amount of impact that your body is taking on, whereas it also gives enough pacing and enough intensity to make you sweat and help you with thermogenesis. You're burning calories to produce energy to keep yourself moving, and that heats your body up, as that's part of the chemical reaction, and therefore that makes you sweat in order to cool down. It's a good if messy thing, so make sure you've got a towel, but the personal training mode provides really well structured sessions that ramp up well in intensity whilst also keeping you moving. It's a good pacing, it's very effective as a method of weight loss, and it's really good for that sort of exercise side of it. That being said, Knockout Home Fitness can also be used for a different type of training that is equally effective for weight loss. Each individual workout session in the game lasts 3 to 5 minutes, and 3-minute fitness mode lets you try out the ones you've already played. Once you've unlocked a few of the fight and challenge workouts, these can be a great way of getting some high intensity interval training. This type of training, referred to as HiiT training, consists of high intensity blasts of exercise paired with brief rest periods, and repeated so. You do 20 to 30 minutes at a time, swapping between the high intensity and the extreme rest. High intensity, extreme rest, high intensity, rest, high intensity, rest. Okay? By the end of this, you should be exhausted, and the swapping between high intensity and low intensity is going to help trigger something that we call excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or the EPOC effect. This is essentially where our bodies have experienced this very high intensity exercise, and it needs to recover and return to homeostasis, which is essentially like your body's normal operating point. So essentially your body needs to build up its energy reserves again, it needs to help bring enough glycogen to the muscles to recover, stuff like that. So you're needing more oxygen. So therefore, the more oxygen you're using, the more calories you are burning in order to recover. So this can be effective for 15 minutes to 48 hours after your training session, depending on how intense you were working. So therefore, the higher the intensity that you're working, the longer the EPOC effect takes effect, and therefore the longer you are burning calories after your training session, which is obviously very good for weight loss because you are trying to burn more calories than you are putting into your body. Now, before you ask, yes, the EPOC effect can be triggered after any training session, but research has shown that you burn more calories after a HiiT session than you do after a longer aerobic session with the EPOC effect. Now, using Knockout Home Fitness's more intense little workout sessions as HiiT sessions paired with rest periods between is going to be a really effective way of using a video game for HiiT training. It's actually one of the most effective methods I've seen for a video game doing this sort of thing, which is really cool. While it may take a while to actually unlock enough exercises to make a more varied session, you'll actually have time to build up that base of stamina if you don't have it already, which is going to be wicked. So, no problems there. It's going to take about a week to get enough exercises to be able to do a good one. Giving a visual example, you could go as basic as repeating the same session multiple times. Once warmed up, do challenge 4, rest for 90 seconds and repeat until you've done 6 rounds of challenge 4. This gives the body enough time to work hard in the active intervals with some rest time between. You can play with these examples depending on what you have available, but as a rule of thumb, make sure you're going all out during the active periods and rest fully during the rest periods. Do 20 to 30 minutes and you'll be laughing with 2 of these sessions a week. And the reason I bring this up more specifically for Knockout Home Fitness, as I said, is because these shorter sessions really do lend themselves perfectly to the sort of length of session you need for a HiiT workout, and I think that's really cool, so it's definitely something that you should use if you're able to. So these are some of the great things you can do to assist your weight loss with Knockout Home Fitness. Remember to nail the diet and make sure you're not eating more calories than you're burning, and use the longer aerobic workouts of personal training mode or the short repeated intense HiiT sessions to really kickstart your weight loss and give it the boost you need. You could theoretically make a really cool 5-day program out of Knockout Home Fitness where you're doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing the personal training mode, which is the longer, kind of easier session, and then doing Tuesday and Thursday, you could be doing your HiiT sessions, your really intense ones, so it's giving the body plenty of time to recover, and yeah, you're getting the benefit of both types of session. Obviously, you would be missing the resistance training, so you could use Ring Fit to supplement that, or you could use bodyweight training, or you could use resistance bands, whatever you've got available. If something like that sort of program is something that you're interested in, I do have online coaching. Please let me know. There's an inquiry form in the description of pretty much all of my videos, but yeah, definitely in this one. So yeah, give it a check out if you need. So yeah, that's how you use Knockout Home Fitness for weight loss. Pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you're using Knockout Home Fitness for this sort of weight loss, or if you're playing it in general, or if you've got any other questions about the game. As always, like, share, subscribe for more Knockout Home Fitness content incoming. I've been Master Trainer Peter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.